undue delays and multiple charges at the scanning site, lack of capacity and manpower, enriching themselves through demurrage, that is, stealing, sabotage of scanning system by APMT, allows use our own truck system to scan our containers. These were the words of the national chairman for 100% compliance team of National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, Alhaji Ibrahim Tanko, while issuing a notice of withdrawal of services from Apapa Container Terminals, which is one of the largest container terminals in West Africa.
The scanning machine, number one, we need more than that one. They only give us one machine as a premier port. We need at least one for starting. Let it start from 3 for starting. But they give us only one machine. That is one. 2. In the meeting in Abuja, they asked all the terminal operators their capacity. Can you be able to meet up with the demand of Nigerians? Which they say yes. Especially APM Terminal, where they said they can even scan up to 800 containers per day.
800 or 300?
800 containers per day. That is the promise they give to the federal government in Abuja. If they can be able to make mention of 800 containers per day, I think it's a very good one. Not even the federal government, even me, I will impress them, I will help them. They are doing well. But here we are today, we cannot be able to scan 50 containers every day. You that promised 800, you can't be able to. You are struggling. Some days 70, 80, 50. Like yesterday, it's even not yesterday, it's not up to 50. I was there, that is why I even have to go and call the APM, the DC revenue, to come and witness what we are going through. But do you know, let me shock you people who want to. Do you know where all these things, I believe they are doing it for business. They forget about the Nigerian feeling, the interest of Nigeria. They are doing it for their own interest. Because, number one, if your declaration enter scan, you need to go and book for scanning. You know what I mean by booking? You need to go and make payment, all your terminal charges. You pay and you book for scanning. There's a separate charges on that. When you need to wait for them to scan your container. When you book, by right, they're supposed to go and pick your box, bring it to the scanning machine, scan it. If the scanner enters suspect, you will now book for position of the container for physical examination. If it did not enter suspect, you will now go ahead for release and go ahead for loading of the container for delivery. But in this case, you book, you spend another 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Like in my case now, I have 10 containers. Let me use myself as an example. I have 10 containers and they cannot deny it. They cannot deny it. Both the officers and the terminal operators, they cannot deny it. My answer is well known. I have 10 containers for 3 weeks today. I couldn't be able to carry one.
You book for scanning?
I book for scan. They scan it. They just finished the scanning today. They scanned some of them last week. For us to represent for the container for examination, we just represent the container for them today. After almost 2 weeks. So the question remains here: who is going to pay this demurrage? If you knew you cannot be able to meet up with your demand. Then you need to say, okay, the day you book for a scanning, if I couldn't be able to scan your container, you don't pay domorage from that day of booking. Don't pay the domorage until I scan you or until I drop your container for examination. Or we are paying, and nobody is here to help us. What the Nigerian Customs Service, what the office of the security advisor, the office of the Senate President, nobody in the Senate Committee of Customs, nobody is here to help us. And at the end of the day, the charges is going back to the masses because the importer will put all these charges on top of the goods. So I think there are need for all of us to look at this, our crying. We are crying, seriously, we are crying, and we need help. This is people that they believe nobody can fight them. They have money, they have people. That is what they brag. Every time you see, they can decide to do anything and go free. But I think this time around, if I don't go, we are not going to allow that, because first we have written to the Nigerian Customs Service, we have written to the office of the National Security Advisor, we even copied the minister. On Monday, that is our deadline. If nothing happens, we are going to do our service on Monday. If you can remember, there's a time that we arrested, Customs arrested ambulance of APM Terminal loaded with tramadol. Meaning, their staff is involved, because I myself, I cannot get access to the ambulance of the APM Terminal, and I cannot be able to be access to the forklift machine, because somebody must drop the container before you can open it and loaded the tramadol. So 2 people involved already inside. The forklift driver, the driver of the ambulance involved inside into that business. Second, remember the issue of ammunition during an eBay. The container, they even arrested Dan. He went to FOU and write statement. He stayed there for almost 3 weeks. I don't know what happened. In that case, they hide it for us. They dismissed almost like 2 people that time. What happened? And they are in connection to that issue of ammunition. Then there's another issue of container of tramadol again inside the port. What I'm saying, why I'm going back is, what is the reason behind it for them to sabotage the scanning?
Scanners procured by the Nigerian Customs Service is a welcome development by the stakeholders, but they are of the opinion that the federal government should not enforce it immediately, that more time should be given to them to adjust. Joy Enamuna, Seabed TV.